Welcome to The Explainer. So, you want to be an AI engineer. Today, we are going to break down the complete roadmap for 2026. This is your step-by-step guide, and honestly, it doesn't matter where you're starting from.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about opportunity, because it is absolutely massive. I literally just did a quick search on LinkedIn right before we started, and look at this, more than 34,000 open jobs for AI engineers. Right now. This isn't some trend that's coming, you guys. It is here.
And you know what's kind of funny? You're already an AI power user, and you might not even realize it. Seriously, every single day, this tech is just part of your life.
I mean, just think about your day. You unlock your phone with your face. That's AI. YouTube and Instagram know exactly what videos you want to watch next. Yep, AI. It's detecting fraud on your bank card, predicting traffic, filtering your spam. It's like this invisible engine running everything in the background.
Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, the world of AI. Then, what an AI engineer even is. We'll build your foundation, get into the core skills, and finally, how to launch your career. Let's do it. All right, section 1, the world of AI. So first, let's just set the stage of it. We got to understand why this whole field is blowing up and why it's such a golden opportunity, no matter if you're a tech veteran or starting from scratch.
So that brings us to the big question. What is an AI engineer? What do they actually do all day? And really, how are they different from a regular software developer? Let's break that down.
See, an AI engineer is way more than just a coder. The best way to think about it is they're the bridge. On one side, you have software engineering, and on the other, you have data science. The AI engineer connects them. They're the ones who design, build, and, this is key, actually deploy the smart systems that companies need to function. Okay, but before we go any further, I gotta be real with you for a second. Even with all these amazing opportunities, this is not some get-rich-quick scheme. If you want to get good at this, it's going to take real, focused dedication. No shortcuts. Really, it all boils down to two things. First, you've got to be consistent. We're talking a solid 5 to 6 months, putting in 3 to 4 hours of focused study every single day. And second, you have to have a learner's mindset. This field changes so fast, you've got to be ready and willing to learn new stuff all the time.
Okay, with that mindset in place, we're ready. Let's start building your foundation.
We're going to cover the 3 essential pillars. I'm telling you, everything else you do in your AI career will be built on top of these. This is the bedrock. And here they are. These 3, they are absolutely non-negotiable. You need math. Think linear algebra, calculus, probability, because that's the language all the algorithms speak. You need Python. That's your main tool. And you need data structures and algorithms, or DSA. Getting comfortable with these up to a medium level is going to make your code way more efficient, and let's be honest, it's going to help you crush those technical interviews. All right, once that foundation is solid, you are ready for the fun stuff. Now we get to tackle the core AI and machine learning skills. This is where you really start to unlock your superpowers as an AI engineer. We're going to do this in 4 steps. First, and most important, you have to master data. That means cleaning it, prepping it, and visualizing it. Then, we get into the classic machine learning algorithms. After that, we level up to deep learning and neural networks. And finally, we'll tackle the big one, understanding large language models, or LLMs. You know, the tech behind things like ChatGPT. So the first type of machine learning you'll run into is called supervised learning. The best way to think about it is like a student who's studying with an answer key. You give the AI a bunch of examples that are already labeled, like 1,000 emails that are marked spam or not spam, and it learns the pattern so it can make predictions on new emails it's never seen before. Then you have the opposite, which is unsupervised learning. Now, instead of a student with an answer key, the AI is more like a detective. You just dump a massive amount of unlabeled data on it, and its job is to find the hidden patterns all by itself. Like a supermarket figuring out the people who buy milk also tend to buy bread, without anyone telling it to look for that. And then there's the third type, which is, well, it's pretty fascinating. It's a lot like training a pet, actually, with treats and rewards for doing the right thing. It's called reinforcement learning. Basically, the algorithm learns by doing, trial and error. It gets a reward when it does something right and a penalty when it messes up. Think of a self-driving car. It gets rewarded for staying in its lane and penalized for swerving. Over millions of trials, it learns to be a great driver. It's super powerful for teaching AI complex tasks. Okay, so you've learned the theory, you've got the concepts down, but that's only half the battle. To actually launch your career, you have to prove that you can use all this stuff to solve real problems. And listen, this might be the most important part of the whole roadmap. The single best thing you can do to stand out is to build real projects, build a portfolio. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you know, it's about what you can show. This is your proof of work. So what should you build? Well, how about a fake news detector that uses NLP to spot misinformation? Or maybe a text summarizer that can take a huge article and give you the key points. Or if you want to get really creative, you could build an art generator that takes your photos and repaints them in the style of Van Gogh, using this really cool tech called GANs. Yeah, that art project uses something called a GAN, which stands for Generative Adversarial Network. It's such a cool idea. It's basically a battle between two AIs. You have the generator, think of it as an art forger, that's trying its best to create a perfect fake. And then you have the discriminator, the detective, whose only job is to tell if the art is real or a fake. They're constantly trying to outsmart each other, and in the process, they both become masters at what they do. So you do all this work. What's the payoff? Well, it's pretty great. Let's take India, for example. A fresher, someone just starting out, can expect an average salary somewhere between 6 and 12 lakhs per annum. That's a super competitive salary that puts you right up there with the top software engineering jobs.
And there you have it. That's the roadmap. A complete, step-by-step plan to take you from zero to a full-fledged AI engineer. So now you've got the plan. The only question is, what are you going to build first?